Hello, hello, welcome in. Let me do my little check. But I should be good, I believe. Let me try this up slightly. Yeah, hello, boom. Please show up, thank you. Alright. We're back with more investigations too. And, well, the title screen made me remember over the weekend where we left off. Yeah, they got me. They got me good. Was not expecting him. Damn. Alright. Oh, it's my alarm. Anyways, our mastermind revealed. We now have to get him. We have to get Red Raincoat Man and put him behind bars. The mastermind's true face. Let's get in and look right at my evidence real quick. But other than that, yeah. Maybe that pink bunny is there for a reason, huh? If it's pink Simian Saint. Is his eyes gonna... Oh, no, we've seen his eyes open with money. Alright, we'll just get right into it, I guess. Yep. Oh. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. You guys come to watch the show. Hello, Miss Berry. Mr. Saint. You're a little early, I'm afraid. We're still practicing. But I'm glad you kept your promise. Yes, I remember you giving me this. The one, the only, the very big circus is back. Oh, that's so great. You're gonna have so much fun. I think even you'll be surprised, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, he wasn't noticeably shaky in his voice, so the voice change phone call was very well masked, I would say. I can understand a little bit why he was so afraid of Mr. Edgeworth now, huh? I think you've surprised me enough for one day already. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? My bad, I thought calling the lines before they happen. Would you mind looking at this photograph, Miss Berry? That's the eye painted on the balloon you used to advertise the circus, correct? Oh, yeah. What is this, exactly? I have a strong suspicion that the balloon was used by the criminal we've been looking for. Weird how nobody mentioned a hot air balloon, but it's fine. You do? Who's usually in charge of the balloon, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, that would be Simeon. But wait, you don't mean... I mean, he has tears painted on his face already. Surely he's not... Mr. Saint, you took the balloon out late the other night, didn't you? Sure, I was practicing. I'm still pretty bad at flying it, so I needed to put in some extra hours. At night, when it would have been even more difficult than usual. A strange time to decide to practice. But why else would I have to take the balloon out? What are you saying? We had to prove it. That you weren't practicing at all. You were taking an unconscious Kay to the top of the big building. In order to frame her for the murder of Rosie Ringer. security cameras never recorded Kay taking the elevator up to the roof. Which means she must have gone there another way from the sky. She parachuted down when he saw. And the only person able to make that happen would have been you. Oh, but Mr. Edward, I don't understand. That's not all you did. You also attacked Sean at the garbage disposal area and drugged him and carried him away. Yeah. That was definitely the hot air balloons truck. I caught that. I didn't think it was used in the previous crime, though. That's why you were late for the hearing at the courthouse, wasn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I do any of those things? Please, you have to believe me. I'd never ever do anything like that. I wish I could believe you, but I can't. Any trust I had in you has been completely destroyed. This is this is the person he was defending as a associate defense attorney. Wonder how he's going to influence Edgeworth here. That's horrible. Why would you say that? You told me back at the jail. You said you believed I was innocent of that crime. You don't have to worry about that. We're friends. We know what it's like to be in your shoes. We are all part of the same club, after all. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Unfortunately so, I'm afraid. Yeah. Thank you for sharing such personal details with us, but by the sound of it, you had little reason to kill Knight. If anything, you're the one most affected by his passing. And what's more, I simply don't believe a person as gentle as you is capable of murder. Rest assured, we believe you, and we will get you out of here. This is just awful. I never thought you'd lie to me. We didn't lie. I swear, Simeon, we didn't lie. That was... Let's check the replay. I simply don't believe a person as gentle as you is capable of murder. If you go and commit murder, what am I supposed to do about it, huh? I didn't believe. You said you knew what it was like to be me. I trusted you. Are they gonna go with almost a childlike anger, I guess? That's not the way to put it, but like, kind of, right? That hurts, Kay. It hurts so much. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. This is Simeon we're talking about. He's not a bad person. Objection! I see it now. That's your strategy, isn't it? With everybody. You root out their psychological weaknesses and exploit them. And without even realizing it, they wind up doing exactly what you want them to. Exactly the behavior one would expect from the arch manipulator behind all our recent troubles. I was too blind to see it before, but you won't fool me again. Simeon Saint, you are guilty of crimes too numerous to mention. Oh, so that's how you want to play it, huh? You always did have the courage of your convictions, I guess. The main thing is he's not shaky in his voice at all anymore. Luckily. Grinding people's self-belief into dust is kind of a hobby of mine. Well, he's definitely not shaky in his voice. Oh. Yeah. I saw the hair coming down. Damn. Almost like a Ahsoka type. That's great. I saw the hair coming down as part of it. Damn. I didn't know it'd be Ahsoka-esque. I love the arm stand. That's great. A lot of animals in this one, huh? It's not gonna be relevant. Well done, all of you. Well, this is certainly a side of him we haven't seen before. So much for the trainee animal tamer who wouldn't hurt a fly. I guess that was all an act. But I'm glad we're finally getting to meet the real you. Oh. Simeon, now this can't be true, can it? Truth lies. What does it matter? He's a little emo. Huh? All you need to know is that Mr. Edgeworth here has made me very mad indeed. Huh. That's an interesting portrait for him, too. Yep, stack him up every time. And now, he's going to pay. Am I really? I was just out practicing. He's gonna try and hold it back, or get away with it still, after revealing himself as a bat. Sure, I went up in the balloon a couple of nights ago, but I was just practicing. I guess somebody took that picture when I flew by the big building. I fly around the area doing promo stuff for the circus all the time. Nothing to see here, Miles. Nothing at all. Uh-huh. So, you got up in the balloon reasonably often. Yeah, promoting the circus, like I said. Is that true, Miss Berry? Well... It's true that it's Simeon's job to go up in the balloon and spread the word. I guess just about everyone in the area would have seen him up there by now. Good, they're covering their bases on why the balloon wasn't questioned. Well, that same balloon was used in the commission of a crime. Nonsense. I just happened to be in the area where it happened. I think it'd be relevant information for a crime scene, though. Somebody took a picture when I was floating past the big building, that's all. I'll be the judge of whether you just happen to be nearby. Thank you very much. Uh-huh. You do... He's trying to give off badass vibe. Or nonchalant, angry vibes? I don't know. Sure, I went up in the balloon. We're gonna press him, as always. Tear down that clown makeup. Miss Balloon, do you usually launch it from here at the circus? No. You need a wide open space. There's a park over by Sunshine Coliseum. That's where I usually take off from. Where's the map? That might be relevant. I see. And how do you get the balloon to the park to launch it? Not by hand, that's for sure. That thing must weigh a few hundred pounds. It's kind of impressive that it can even get off the ground now that I think about it. I'd prefer it if you didn't change the subject. How do you transport the balloon? Oh, wow. Give a guy a break, will you? It's not like I was getting miles off track. Sheesh. Use a truck, okay. You just loaded it onto the back and away you go. A truck, you say? Yep. Last time I took it out would have been 2 days ago. That could be important. I'd better keep it in mind. Okay. Day before last.
Hold it!
What day is it? So, I think it's 2 days after the what's it called? The not the Taurosaurus murder, the what's it called? The underground auction murder, that's what it is. So, just to confirm, the truck hasn't been anywhere else since then. Why would you need to confirm that? I just told you, didn't I? Answer the question. Or are you trying to hide? Oh, that was a cheap shot, even for you. you tried to avoid this one, too. If I say something, you don't need to confirm it, because I just said it. See how that works? But since you insist, the truck's been parked out back since the day before last. And the balloon was still loaded on the back, basket and all. Now explain to me why that even matters. Not right now. I think I'll just thank you for giving me a straight answer for once and leave it at there. So he means to insist that the truck has been parked here since 2 days ago. I think you might have let more slip than you realize, Mr. Sane. Are you done? Alright, as I was saying. That's our point of contradiction, but we're gonna press through everything else. So you're saying you just happened to fly past somebody with a camera, too? Oh, I get it. I'm starting to understand how you think, Miles. Next, you'll say something like, there's no way that was a coincidence, right? It's down the slippery slope to there's no such thing as coincidences. Now that's a scary thought. Whoa. I did not expect him to go crazy tongue out. I might have to give him a more animated voice when he exclamates, huh? Okay. That's not what Mr. Edgeworth was saying at all. Why can't you just... Don't play into his hands, Kay. He's deliberately trying to frustrate us. He's hoping that by needling us, he'll be able to avoid the question. And why do you think he's been trying to do that? Because he's a clown? No, because he's got something to hide. Precisely, so we can't let up. We have to stay on the offensive. But we have to remain calm while doing so. Gotcha. Hey, Simeon. This highly capable prosecutor's assistant has a question for you. Are you trying to tell us you just happened to fly past the big building? He's right, you know. I wasn't going to answer. But you're so bad at this, Kay? I guess I'd better throw you a bone. Aww.
Hold it!
I fly around the area doing promo. You're in charge of both the promotional work of the balloon is... Both the promotional work the balloon is used for and the balloon itself. Is that correct? Ah, you don't believe what a word I say, do you? But it's true, ask the boss. Right, boss? Yep. Simeon's in charge of keeping it clean and making sure it's all working properly and everything. I don't think anyone ever even touches it except for him. Not lately, anyhow. Ah, interesting. I think we can safely say he was in the balloon when it was photographed the other night. But if he's our mastermind, there are parts of his plan he would have had to carry out today, too. Perhaps we need to dig into those a little more. Why the big silence? It's not like this is tricky stuff to process. There was a balloon. It was flying through the sky like balloons do. And a story. Huh? Nothing to see here, Miles. Nothing at all.
Hold it!
Is that so? Not only were you flying at night, multiple crimes were committed on the same evening. And you expect me to believe there's nothing to see, as you put it. Oh, are you trying to provoke me, Miles? It's not very nice, you know, starting fights with people. I'm a clown. We're all about smiles, not frowns. He's certainly skilled at steering conversations away from the topic at hand. But that's not going to help him. I just have to say, on the attack. We don't know a whole lot about the balloon just yet. I think we should try and learn more, yes. Right here. And we conveniently... Blue truck, park in front. No. This truck, it wouldn't happen to be blue by any chance? Huh? So what if it is? We happened to see a blue truck ourselves just today. One with a large basket loaded on the back and a tarp, you know, or like a hot air balloon. If that was the truck you told us about, then your statement about it not having moved in 2 days is a lie. No comment. Emma! Agent Lang, Emma. There you are, Mr. Edgeworth, at last. I've been trying to find you ever since we wrapped up the case yesterday. The case sent me a message saying you were here, so I came right away.
And I found what you asked me to go look for. It was loaded onto a truck in the parking lot out back. A blue truck.
Uh-huh. Smaller balloon used for promotional purposes. Saying he's in charge of it and drives it around on the back of a truck. Well. I think that truck might be the one we saw earlier today. In fact, I'm almost certain of it.
Objection.
Oh. Here's an objection sound. What? Just because it's blue? Like a million other trucks? What makes you so sure it's the exact same one, huh? No, I saw it too. It's the same one for sure.
Objection.
Huh? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? That wasn't me. Worthless are the words of a man who can't back up his claims with evidence. Oh, wow, you sound just like him. Show me. I demand proof. I must be able to prove it somehow. It's the same truck, I'm sure of it. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Or are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No way, you can just tell from that. A fingerprint dusty. I'd like to have the truck dusted for fingerprints. Huh? Why would you want to do that? Because I expect to find a very specific set of prints. And if I do, that will prove beyond all doubt that it was the truck we saw in front of the big building. Miles Edgeworth's. Yours? You think you're gonna find your own prints on there? I do, because I put my hand on your truck when I saw it in front of the big building. Let's see what we can find, shall we? Emma, can you lend us your scientific skills one more time? You know, we haven't done a lot of forensic skills stuff in these. That's why I'm here. One moment, please. Oh, we're gonna do more here, huh? Already? Take it away, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh, me? Of course. Who else do you think is gonna do it? Don't worry, it's easy. I'll show you how. New mechanics in the final case. Let's go. Fine. Although, I don't see why you can't do it yourself. So, just spread the powder over the area you want to search for prints. Like this. Or, I guess, new old mechanics, right? Because this is from the first game. This DLC case was so good, though, because of how much they added. It sticks to fingers, so once you found it, make sure to dump plenty on there. And then blow away the excess. Blow it away. Yeah, with your mouth. Like that. Blowing with tea should remove any excess. Yes. Alright, got that? Yes, thank you. Oh, there's no such thing as too much powder. By the way, go crazy. Oh. It's a lot smaller than I thought it'd be. Bam! That's it. Nice. A clean print you got there. Uh-huh. Can we compare it to my prints right away? Yep, leave it to me. We got him. That confirms it. Mr. Edgeworth's print, all right. And with that, another lie is exposed. What are you doing with those buddies, man? Come on. What the hell, bro?
So, what were you doing in the truck?
Oh, just driving around for fun, you know. Nah, engine was cold. Kay was abducted 2 nights ago, and your balloon was sighted nearby. Then today, another abduction, this time involving a truck supposedly used to transport garbage. And your truck was sighted nearby.
Objection.
Objection. A coincidence, nothing more. You want me to believe that you were near the scene of two separate abductions simply by chance? Just be honest, you were involved in both. What makes you think they were even connected?
Objection!
Huh? We're running in circles here. A certain very important piece of evidence, that's what. Ha! Oh, this should be good. Okay, this is a problem where my weekend is gonna mess this up a little bit. Kay and Sean's abductions. It could be the letter, I think. What connects Kay and Sean's abductions? The locks? Nah, no. I was thinking the plushie maybe, but it could be Miss Hart. Kay and Sean. Kay and Sean. Kay and Sean. Ah, there we go. Kay and Sean. The sedative.
Take that!
Reading the evidence lets you know what's pretty vital. Kay was drugged with the dose of a powerful sedative, and a bottle of sedative was found right where Sean was being held captive. The very same brand, no less.
Objection!
Objection. Ha! He tries something like that. So the same sedative was used, so what? Does that mean everything's connected? You know as well as I do that doesn't prove anything for sure. We must have something. There must be a piece of evidence that can tie him to both crimes. Cops, prosecutors, you, Miles. You're all the same at the end of the day. You force the evidence to fit the crime, and you're flat out make it up. Just as long as somebody goes to jail. You're no different from a certain other evidence tamperer we've had the misfortune of meeting.
Objection!
No, I'm nothing like him.
Objection!
Then show me. Hit me with the killer piece of evidence. You must have one, right? Ah, it's no use. You don't have anything can tie him directly to both kidnappings. Okay, you about done there, Miles? No more cheap shots left to fire. Great. Well, I have a show to be rehearsing for, so if you don't mind.
Objection!
Hey! Hey, come on now, you two. There's no need to get all hot under the collar. Wouldn't want your good looks running down your face now, would we, Simeon, old pal? What are you sticking your nose in for? Hey, I just sensed the vibe getting a little harsh and heavy, yeah? Though I oughta lighten the mood. Thought I oughta. Help me out here, Kay. Lift our spirits with a little dose of the great thief magic. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. Okay, let me see if I can't do Simeon's voice. Here goes. Objection. What do you do? Take this seriously, will you? Thought you could do with someone running the little interference for you, Miles, sir. Not the most ethical approach, I know, but again, Kay, again. You can worry about whether or not this is the right thing to do later. This is my last chance to try and prove a connection between Mr. Saint and his crimes. Uh-huh. Let's forget the kidnapping for now. Is there anything else that suggests that he is our mastermind? Canis. Of course. Canis was looking for a secret string puller too, the young pup as he called him. If I could prove that Mr. Saint was that same young pup, then perhaps... What evidence do I have that might point to him being involved and behind the scenes? I was thinking, nah. Okay, it's just that. Involved, I would say the correspondence, right? And then sent to Bronco Knight. I would say the correspondence chest. I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Canis. Huh? And that same person might well be our secret string puller. That's right. Our mastermind was involved in Canis and Knight's correspondence chess exchanges. If I can prove that Mr. Saint was the hidden intermediary between the two of them. Alright, that's enough. This is getting painful. You don't have anything, and I have to practice for the show, so if you don't mind...
Objection!
Objection! Thank you, Mr. Fender. I can take it from here, and I can't take any more of your interventions. Ooh, just look at that face. Yeah, I like it. Miles Areno back in the game for sure. I'm Simeon, the funny clown. Look at me. I'm, juggling? Okay, you can stop now. Mr. Saint, you're a fan of chess, I take it? Huh, where did that come from? Chess? Sure, I don't hate it. Our secret string puller was playing correspondence chess with Mr. Canis.
Objection!
Objection. I thought Bronco was the one playing chess with Canis. You're saying he was your so-called mastermind?
Objection!
No, it wasn't him. Whoever it was went on manipulating events even after Knight's death. Take a look at this letter, if you would. Who do you think could have written it? I believe it was the person who had inserted themselves between Mr. Knight and Mr. Canis. And you think that person is me? Why would I go to all that trouble? That's crazy! To make it appear that the two men were connected and communicating directly with one another. The very fact that led Fifi Lagarde to murder him. It's true, huh? What? You're saying he set that up to try and get Mr. Knight killed? For his best friend?
Objection!
Listen to yourself. What do you think I am? Some kind of evil puppet master? That is not helping your case. You've seen me? I can barely even get the animals to do what I want. If we could find one of the letters he passed between Knight and Canis, that would prove the connection beyond a doubt. Ooh, actually, there's animals in the background, huh? I'd like to have your room searched. I believe we might find... letters? You won't, trust me. What? Once I'm done with something, I put it straight in the trash. Guess I'm not the sentimental type, huh? Why get hung up on the past, right? He must have disposed of any incriminating items in order to cover his tracks. Guess you went in without the evidence you needed once again, huh? That's a bad habit, you know? Like a certain bluffer. So this doesn't prove anything either. We've fallen short yet again. What do we do now? Are we out of options? You accuse me of betraying my friend, and you don't even have any proof. You're despicable. Who was that? Oh, hi. Miss Barry. What does she want? Sorry, it's just, I was thinking about what you were saying in. This night person. You mean Bronco, right? Simeon's friend. Yes, what of it? Does she know something? She kept the letters, cause... Oh, a letter came from him this morning, for Simeon. What? What did you... Ah, you sweating over that one, huh? How is that possible? Something akin to a will? Miss Berry, we need to see this letter right away. Sure, here you go. Let's open it up, shall we? Uh-huh. It's another correspondence chest letter. Uh-huh. Pawn to G6. Can't wait to see your face when you lose. You were never going to beat me. Not at chess. Uh-huh. Pawn to G6. Huh. Okay. Pawn to G6, question mark? Yep. And the next move from the game with Mr. Canis. Can anyone else smell checkmate? Can't wait to see your face when you lose. But you were never going to beat me. Not at chess. It's a postmark the 26th of March, the day before Knight died. Ah, just a mail delay? I guess it must have gotten held up en route. Well, we do move around a lot. It's part of being a traveling circus. Our mail arrives late all the time. Ah, shouldn't have been a clown, Saint. Shouldn't have been a clown. Interesting that it's addressed directly to you, Mr. Saint. This is it, isn't it? The proof we needed that you were the one facilitating Mr. Canis and Knight's games. One of the letters you would have transcribed into Braille. That makes it seem more like Bronco was thinking he was playing his friend, Simeon Saint, and Simeon was just playing with Canis through Bronco, if that makes sense. Not like Bronco was actually involved with Canis, probably. One of the letters you would have transcribed into Braille in order to create the illusion that they were somehow connected. Curse you, Bronco! You're still getting in my way even now! I hate you! I hate you! Simeon, how could you? Mr. Knight was your only friend. We weren't friends. I stopped thinking he was my friend 18 years ago. 18. Did he never lose his memory? He never lost his memory. Right around the time of the IS-7 incident, in other words. He never lost his memory, which is why he was kind of fucking a manipulative bastard 12 years ago. And then, okay. He never lost his memory. I nearly froze to death because of him. Simeon is supposed to be, I think, Frost's child, right? Wait, no. Bronco was Frost's child. Saint is Carmelo Gusto's child. Both of them, huh? I was about to head out and meet my dad at the contest. But then Bronco showed up. He pinned me down and tied me up. He was crying the whole time, whining on and on. I'm sorry, but my dad says that I had to do this. And if I don't do what he says, he's so scary. Stop it, Bronco. Stop it. I have to go meet my dad, I promise. If I'm not there to taste his candy, he'll be so upset. He needs me. If I don't go, he won't be able to show everyone he's the best in the world. But no. He locked me in that car with him, and the two of us nearly died. He thought he could get out. But when he tried the door, it was frozen shut. We were trapped. Okay. And that's how I lost my dad. What? You lost your dad? Yeah. Bronco's dad killed mine. was the son of a What? Wait. That doesn't make sense, right? Bronco's dad is Artie Frost. Your dad is assumedly Carmelo Augusto. Unless they're reversed? Maybe we are assuming incorrectly. The ring isn't Bronco's. It's his. But Bronco... let's just hear the story, I guess. What does he mean? That doesn't match up with what we know at all. Simeon, the victim in the IS-7 incident was a guy named Artie Frost. Yeah, that was my dad's name. My memories got kind of scrambled that day. What little I remembered was pretty mixed up. So I didn't find out until later that my dad was murdered. The murderer was a man named Carmelo Augusto, a confectioner. Really? I never knew Bronco's father's name. Or maybe I chose not to remember. Huh. Just thinking about the sicko that killed my dad turns my stomach. Mr. Hussein, are you sure? Are you sure you didn't know the name of the murderer until just now? I think he's mixed up. Do you think I'd sit on it if I did? No, I'd have reported him to the police straight away. All I knew was that Bronco's dad tricked my dad. And that's how I knew my dad was the one who was killed that day. Bronco was a traitor. He helped his father murder mine. He was the son of a cold-blooded killer. He deserved to die.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Mr. Saint, but you've made a mistake. A big one. A mistake? What do you mean? Huh? Artie Frost was a sculptor. He's been working in France not so long before the murder, under the name Paul Halik. So I hear, and I don't remember anything about that. I wish I could. He does have amnesia. Partial amnesia. Well, I'm afraid it's only natural that you don't, because he wasn't your father. Huh? Is this your idea of a joke? Well, it's not funny. Not at all. I'm not joking here. You're right, it's not. But you need to know the uncomfortable truth. Proves that you are not Artie Frost's son. I think the ring.
Take that!
Huh. Bronco's chess set and a ring. Yes, take a look at the ring for me, if you would. What does the engraving on it tell you? It's 2 letters, right? It is. This is the seal with which Paul Halik used to mark his works. And it was found next to Artie Frost's body 18 years ago. But why would Bronco have a memento of my father? The police looked for Frost's son for a long time, and eventually they found him. The ring was handed over to the man they were able to prove was his child, Bronco Knight. That's why I was like, oh, but that's not... That would mean I was. Precisely. That you are, in fact, the son of Carmelo Augusto. Yeah. No, that can't be. I'm... My dad was... Oh, I remembered, don't I? Carmelo Augusto. Oh. Bronco tied me up and locked me up in that car. It was all his fault I lost my dad. He deserved to die, didn't he? No way. So I get to see your circus thing even though I'm in jail, huh? Was looking forward to the next move in our little chess game. So the show is just the icing on top. He does think he's playing Simeon. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. I will. And hey, come back soon, okay? I'll be mulling over my next move in the meantime. Oh, speaking of which, I put a little something in your chess set. But you can take a look at it later. A little something. No idea what that might be, but thanks. If you hadn't detained me 18 years ago. It wouldn't have had to end like this. Huh? Did you say something? Me? Oh, it was nothing. Goodbye, Bronco, and farewell. I don't think we had that section of it. I did all the... No, he gave him the chess set, right? Put a little something in... Oh, wait! Put the chisel. I did all that. Now you're telling me that it was my father who killed Broncos. Then what was all this for? I didn't want to wind up dead too. I didn't want to be weak and vulnerable. That's why. I tried to be like Candace. Why I stayed in touch with him all these years. And there we have it. The truth at last. Mr. Saint, you were Mr. Candace's correspondence chess partner. And you were the one manipulating events this whole time. You're right, it was me. It was me all along. At last, he's finally telling the truth. I was the one who witnessed the murder 12 years ago, but you knew that already. President's assassination, just as we thought. Which means he's the one who drew the picture. Ah, there's our bunny. Our spring bunny. And they knew it too. That's why. The guard kept questioning me, day in and day out. Oh, it got so I couldn't face what I knew the next day would bring. I was a nervous wreck. Who could blame me for wanting to get out of there? But I imagine it wasn't as easy as simply running away. Winter would have sent his men after you. No matter where I went, they were on me. They never stopped coming. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I couldn't sleep at night. Even the smallest noise had me chasing shadows. It drove me crazy. So I joined the circus. At least that way, moving from place to place was part of the job. Ah. My whole life, I've been up against the chief prosecutor and the warden of a prison. No regular person could help to stand up to people like that. From the time I was a child, I had nobody. But they weren't even the worst of it. The body double was behind it all, controlling everything. He may have been a fake, but he was the president of an entire country. What hope did I have? There was only one person I could turn to. Canis, the man who saved my life. Yeah, he wasn't like Bronco. He really did want to help me. That's quite a claim. Strange to think of our famously ruthless assassination winning the admiration of the child he saved. Not the most unheard of thing, but he showed up. He showed me how to stop being a victim, to stop being hunted, and become a hunter myself. And they all became my prey. But I doubt you even imagine that the body double would even go so far as to co-opt our country's police. No. I sure didn't. And as long as Winter was around, no evidence was ever gonna stand. He even nearly managed to ruin things this morning. The guard almost got away with it again. But I know him now, like the back of my hand. I could see exactly how it was going to go all down. All going to go down. So he saw right through their plan. How Chairman Winter would try to suppress the evidence and Warden Lagarde's trial. I see, and that's why you kidnapped Sean, correct? You wanted to force a guilty verdict regardless of the What? You wanted to force a guilty verdict regardless of the presence of evidence or the rule of law. Suppress the evidence, but if you knew, well, if you knew he was going to suppress the evidence, then
Objection.
He either misread Chairman Winter or he misread what's her name, Gavel. Maybe I did, but how else was I going to make them pay for what happened 12 years ago? Whatever helps you sleep at night. But Winter pulled the one last surprise, didn't he? He tried to kidnap Sean himself in the hope of influencing the verdict. In other words, he chose the exact same course of action as the man you so fervently claim to hate.
Objection.
That's only if I'd actually kidnapped anyone at all. But I'd never do anything so wicked. Never ever. Me. Commit a crime. No, 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 no. And besides, I don't hate the three of them. If anything, I'm grateful. If they hadn't done what they did, my revenge wouldn't have been nearly so fun.
Objection.
So you admit it, your motive in all of this was nothing more than revenge. Sure, I admit it. So what? I despise every single one of them. But here's the kicker. I didn't kill anyone! You know, he's kinda not wrong. Like, that's why he was such a good mastermind, because we were never trying to convict him of anything. He hasn't done anything. So what are we gonna charge him on, huh? The most you can blame me for is writing an odd letter here and there. A quick note to Ringer to tell her about Winter. Another to him so he knew about her. But the fact that they wanted to kill each other, and one of them succeeded, that was all on them. So you take no responsibility for the fact that your actions result in multiple murders. Right. Same thing at Gourd Lake. People are much easier to control than animals, you know? Controls people, got it. The whole fake assassination plot, I handed that to Bronco on a plate. That was part of his plan too. Makes sense. So, Rook's murder was...
Objection.
I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna have a, what's it called? A good old, Shelly D. Killer show up, huh? No, no, no. That was all Bronco's idea. Nothing to do with me at all. Still, it moved things in the right direction, wouldn't you say? Isn't fate a crazy thing? You can't talk like that about a murder. Setting the guard up was easy too. I would say he had a hand in this one. I just made it seem like Knight and Candace were in contact with each other. He had a hand in this one. And slipped the chisel inside the chest set. So it was you who put it in there. So we weren't supposed to know what was on. Look, to be fair, I don't think we ever heard that videotape conversation between Saint and Knight fully. Yes, it was. I thought that might point everyone nicely in Candace's direction. It worked out pretty well, even if I do say so myself. Who knew that would be all it took to make that awful woman murder poor Bronco? Because she got to where she just saw enemies everywhere she looked. I know the feeling. And even the smallest thing can send your paranoia into overdrive. And then, things get ugly quickly. I had a front row seat to the whole show! You were the last piece to put in play, of course. Who, me? You solved both cases and finally brought down Winter and Lagarde. I guess you could say your powers of deduction were the weapon that put an end to them both.
Objection!
I didn't solve those cases for your sake. Oh, sure. You didn't know you were doing me a favor. You were just playing at being an attorney for a little while, you right? What did you say? All I had to do was cower and say no, no, no a few times. And you rode to my rescue like the hero you are. That just speaks to his character, bro. Was getting arrested part of your plan too? No. That wasn't something I expected, I had to admit. Eustace is unpredictable as such. Does that mean Eustace was onto it the whole time? Look, the instant we meet Eustace, he knew. Eustace knew. Aw, fuck, Eustace knew. I never thought they'd take the chisel for the murder weapon. That was a real plot twist. Made my brain run cold for sure. But then, who should come through with the turnabout to end all turnabouts? The greatest legal mind of his generation! My knight in shining armor! I bet it felt pretty good saving me like that, huh? You ought to thank me, you know. I don't do that for many people. You're wrong. He wasn't playing at being an attorney. He was trying to help you, because helping people is what Mr. Edgeworth does. He helped me right when I needed it most. Okay. Aw, did he? You're sure he wasn't just trying on his dear departed daddy's shoes for his size? No, that's not what he was doing. Oh, come on, Game Meister. Don't let this clown get you down. He's projecting, plain and simple. Painting other folks with his own grubby butt brush. Why was that in color text? It's not just that he doesn't trust other people. The poor kid doesn't even understand the concept. Doing something for someone else's sake? Forget about it. He'll never understand. You think I care what you have to say about me? Consider this for a second. I've gotten my revenge on everyone I set out to get it from, and yet... You know, I realize his squirrel juggle is the same pose as Mr. Edgeworth, too. You can't prove I incited anything. Think about it. I never actually did anything. What's my crime exactly? Explain it to me. You think you can pin an incitement charge on me? Read my letters. I don't mention murder anyway. If I did, maybe you'd have a case. Maybe you could say I encouraged them. But it's the same story as always, I'm afraid. Can't prove I did anything at all. That's not true. You kidnapped me. Sorry, but did I miss the part where you proved that? All I ever was admitted to was sending letters. Shelly D. Killer's gonna show up with a red raincoat, isn't he? Maybe. I think Shelly's gonna show up again. You. Letters which didn't threaten, coerce, or encourage anyone to do anything. I just passed on what you might call pertinent information. He's a slippery one, I'll give him that. I mean, there's gotta be something we can do. Oh, what about this? Excitement stuff he's talking... what about excitement stuff he's talking about? Ah, incitement, okay? It means to encourage or direct another person to commit a crime. In the eyes of the law, it's seen as equivalent to committing the crime itself. So then, we just need to prove that he told them to do it. We're not gonna... You say that like it's going to be easy. Guess maybe you're not so big on due process after all. You think you can make me carry the can up for murders I had nothing to do with? Think again. I don't even have to talk to you if I don't want to. In fact, why am I still talking? Why are you still talking to me?
I can think of one reason. The tent is surrounded. There's nowhere left to run.
He doesn't have... Oh, really? You think I planned my escape too? He doesn't have to escape.
What if? Just to pluck an idea out of nowhere. I trained all these vicious, mild beasts to attack on command, for example.
All I'd have to do is say the word, then sidle off stage into chaos.
What? You wouldn't. I'm just spitballing, but you'd pay to see that, wouldn't you?
I could just as easily take Sean hostage with a gun I may or may not have in my pocket. Ah, you're starting to threaten now.
Yeah, you know what? That would make a killer show.
He's definitely doing like some like Joker vibe where he You will do no such thing. It's hard to know what lengths he might actually be prepared to go to. But knowing what we know about him already, we have to be prepared for the worst.
Fine, I'll humor you. But once the curtain goes up on this little performance, it better be a lively one. Bore me and we're done here, alright? Let's see if you can keep me entertained, shall we?
Has been a while since I saved. Damn.
You can't prove I incited anything.
He's not going to give me an inch. But there must be something we can do. I think there's gonna be a... If you press him, he's gonna penalize you. But there must be something we can do. We can't let his crimes go unpunished. See, save scumming's more powerful than whatever damage you can do. So I think you're getting pressed.
Think about it. I never actually did anything. What's my crime exactly? Explain it to me.
You encouraged others to commit murder, and those murders were duly committed. And if I can prove it, you'll be punished, just as if you had done the deed yourself. Yeah, what was the word for it again? I forgot already. Incitement, okay. Chairman Winner, Warden the Guard, and Bronco Knight. All were criminals in their own right, and all committed unforgivable acts. See, that's why I'm saying this is a good mastermind. But all were induced to commit those acts by someone behind the scenes. This man right here.
Oh! 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 You really don't hold back, do you, Miles?
But it doesn't change anything.
Ah! You think you can pin an incitement charge on me? Read my letters.
I don't mention murder anywhere. Nowhere at all.
What? You didn't look? I can give you a minute if you like.
He's clearly confident that I won't find anything. He must have planned those letters down to the last word.
Look, I don't want to teach you how to do your job.
But if you can't prove I encouraged them to commit those murders, your incitement charge goes up in smoke. Too bad, so sad. Huh, Miles? Yo, Auntie, what up? Having fun with Saint here. Doing his squirrel juggling. And I can't believe it was him. Man. Yeah, damn. I mean, I forgot about him too. I was not expecting him. Was not expecting him. Oh, yeah, actually went... They changed his portrait here, too. Uh-huh. I'm at the part where, what's it called? We can't indict him or whatever. If I did, maybe you'd have a case. Maybe you could say I encouraged them. I know for a fact that you made those murders happen. And the thing is, I kind of... Well, obviously, we have to put him in jail. But I kind of agree, like... He definitely had a hand in it a little bit, but also... He didn't murder anyone. So it's like, he's kind of being truthful here. A little too truthful. I know for a fact that you made those murders happen. I would say the chisel in the Bronco Knight one in the correspondence chest is like the best we have for now, but we'll see. Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made the big bad chairman winner kill little Miss Rosie Ringer. What? You told me yourself.
Objection.
Uh-huh. Did I? And you can prove it. If you can't, this ends here. Just ask yourself, could this sweet, innocent boy have done the things you're saying? No, 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 no. I hate to admit, but he's right. Without proof, you have nowhere to go. We have nowhere to go with this. If only we could prove what he said on the phone call. That's our line. Final statement, though. Yeah. Well, like, his whole thing is that he's been very careful about influencing murder. Yeah. Like, I think there are definitely things that were, like, kind of definitely influential, but also there were things where, like, these people were just, like, kind of just gonna murder people. Like, you know? Like, Bronco and the assassination attempt probably could have happened on its own. The Fifi Lagarde one is the one I feel like he influenced the most. And then, the Rosie Ringer one was basically... Yeah. The Rosie Ringer one was basically going to happen, probably, no matter what, I would say, but... He just happened to plant evidence to get Kay involved for some reason. Which actually might be the ultimate point. Huh. Well, we'll have to come back to that one.
Hold it!
I think it might be the Rosa Ringer case that might actually put him away. The same story as always. What do you mean by that?
Why does that matter?
That's not important here. You know what is important, though? That you can prove nothing. Nothing! Until we have some way of showing that he's guilty, we're just going to continue floundering. Either I thrust items of evidence in front of him and hope for the best, or I go all over it all one more time. Whichever method I choose, proof is the only way we're going to get anywhere here. He confessed to me over the telephone. He told me he was the one who made Chairman Winner kill Rosie Ringer. I think he had a voice changer for this, though, so... hard to tell with this, but... I just need to find a piece of evidence. Yes. Not the letters. I think you can't prove I did anything at all in the... It's either the bug or the tabloid recording. Also, I find it, well, I mean, it's not super strange, but like, nobody mentioned the promoting balloon for the fourth case. It was just not a non-factor. Okay. According to signals that were intercepted from the bug that was playing out on K. I think it's gotta be the tape. I'm afraid you're wrong. I have proof that you meant for at least one murder to happen. Because you said so yourself.
Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. The truth is, I was the one who made big bad Chairman Winner kill little Miss Rosie Ringer. What? I said that? Weird, I don't
Ooh. I don't remember. He's not sweating. I don't know. Is he lying or... I know, you think you can worm your way out of everything. But this time you're wrong. I am. Yes, because our conversation was being recorded by somebody intercepting the signal from the very listening device you planted. It was. You got your conversation with the clown here on tape. That's what you're trying to tell us. No! And now he's sweating. Long G says, a schemer schemes will swallow him in the end. Miss Lloyd, could you play us the tape, please? You bet I can. Got it. It was this part right here. Look at her tape being useful. Mr. Edgeworth, that's Judge Gavel's cell phone. So what? I guess we need to. What cell phone do you call from? Probably Sean's. Maybe. How'd they know we had Judge Gavel? Who is it? Didn't she give it to us in the courtroom or whatever? And he was there, I think. You're the one who abducted Kay. I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. It was right around here. I was as surprised as... Huh? That's weird. It sure is weird, isn't it? There's something wrong, Miss Lloyd. I'll say. Seems we maybe, didn't quite catch the next part of the tape. Her tape wasn't useful. What? Well, why? How could it not be on there? Ah, poor babies. You think I'd leave myself wide open like that? Well, think again. There's something a little special about the bug, you see. It can be turned on and off remotely. What? I never knew they made those things. Remote control bugs. Sure, they exist, but... So you switched it off to avoid being recorded. Bingo!
Objection!
But how? You would have had to know you were being recorded in the first place.
Objection!
I think you knew that. And I did! Of course I did! It was so obvious that someone was eavesdropping. And that's because... Miss Lloyd, was it? You knew about the kid prosecutor's kidnapping without any prompting. No. You heard that whole conversation. I did indeed, old pal. But I must say, I thought you would have figured it all out much sooner. Aren't you supposed to be a genius prosecutor? And now, where were we again? Oh yeah, at the part where if you couldn't prove incitement, it was game over. Ah, well. Ah, shuck. So my tape ain't gonna be no use to nobody at all. Come on, I must have recorded something you can use. If only that were the truth. Hey, K-Meister. Yeah. The old bugaroo. It was hidden in your pen the whole time, right? That shake anything loose from the old brain tree? I don't know. And give me a sec to think. You are the only one who's been directly in contact with him before.
Objection!
So sad, relying on flawed evidence, desperately trying to make it stick. Oh well, that's quite enough of that now. Next topic, please. Huh, he's trying to steer us away from the current line of inquiry. You're the only one who's been directly in contact with him before. During, like, the original case too? Kay had a one-to-one encounter with him only recently. What if the sound from that point in time had been recorded? Miss Lloyd, how long were you recording the interceptions from the bug for? Started about, let's see now, 2 nights back? In which case... 2 nights ago. The night of the abduction. Mr. Saint, which also happens to be the night of a wink wink, a Rosie Ringer murder. Mr. Saint abducted Kay and took her up to the roof of the big building 2 nights ago. Is it going to be a chatterbox? What if there was a recording from around that time? Miss Lloyd, quickly play us any tape you have from the night before last. Huh? Oh, sure thing. That's the sound of the balloon. Indeed it is. At around that time, I imagine Mr. Saint would have been transporting you in it. Which means he can't have been too far away from you, or the bug. Is there anything else on the recording, I wonder? Listening. It does sound... Huh. A gunshot and a... something falling down? Or a... something metal hitting the ground. Oh, wait! That noise. That was a gunshot. Zzz. You turned the bug off then, too, it seems. Unluckily for you, you were a little late in doing so. There's no escaping it now. That gunshot ties you directly to the case. Huh? What are you talking about? Nobody ever mentioned a gun. He's wrong. Somebody involved with his case discharged a firearm. See, it's been a weekend, so I don't remember Edgeworth. God damn it. Which piece of evidence shows that a gun was used in an incident related to this case? No. Is it Excelsius? I don't think so. This is all from before. Who used a gun, though? Oh, I don't remember, dude. Who's this winner? Emma shows up, too. Oh, man. I don't remember. Shows that a gun was used in an incident related to this case. Gun. No, those are cut. No footprints or anything. Taurosaurus just fell down. I think the Taurosaurus plushie actually, maybe, right? It might be the Taurosaurus plushie. I'll look at everything else though, one sec. Filmed yesterday, shows Sean rehearsing by a monster footprint. No. I don't think so. I think it has to be the plushie, right?
Take that!
Here, what do you make of it? You want me to tell you it somehow proves the gun was involved in this case? I don't remember. Fuck. Are you trying to tell me it doesn't? That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. No, I guess this isn't the right piece of it. Come on, Miles, sir, this isn't like you. You need to focus up here. Forgive me. Was the person who fired the gun the same person that kidnapped me, do you think? It's a possibility, but not a certainty, by any means. tying someone involved in this case to a firearm.
What are you whispering about, gang? How the gun has nothing to do with this, maybe?
The gunshot captured on that tape has everything to do with this, and I'm going to prove it. Oh man, I really don't remember. Fuck. Ah! There we go. Gunshot residue detected on the right hand. Flecks of yellow substance found.
Take that!
There we go. I'm too smart for you. It only took me twice. It's written right here in the president's autopsy report. Traces of gunshot residue were detected on his hand. And where was Kay when the gunshot was recorded? That's right. She was in the balloon being taken by you to the top of the big building. However, the roof wasn't as deserted as you needed it to be.
Yes, I was there with the president. Wait, not long after we started talking, he noticed something and told me to leave.
Yeah. And if a gunshot rang out shortly after that. Don't tell me you didn't hear it yourself, Mr. Saint. Not when it sounds crystal clear in this recording. You're just going to pretend to ignore me.
What else do you expect me to do when you keep spouting your weird theories? Not so fast. We didn't just hear a gunshot on that tape.
What could that be? It's the balloon landing? No. The bullet hitting metal?
If you listen carefully, you can hear the bullet hit something too.
Could the president have been aiming at Mr. Saint? Would the bullet have struck? Assumedly the bottom of the balloon. I think the president was firing at the balloon. And if he was, what we heard on that tape could have been the bullet hitting the basket. Let's take a look and see, shall we? I wonder what this is. There's a gas tank here. It's fixed inside. It doesn't look like it's been hit by any bullets. That'd be dangerous if it was. Which is lucky. That would not have ended well for anyone nearby. Alright, let's look elsewhere, shall we? What about the rope, huh? There's a super long rope curled up at the bottom of the basket here. Look it over. Are there signs of it having struck by a bullet? On it. Hey, Mr. Blacksuit, take the other end, will you? Yes, ma'am. Nothing here or here? Nope, looks clean, sir. Nothing here, huh? I guess this isn't what it is. Then, let's move on and find out what it did. I mean, yeah. We'll get there, though. Let's look over the sides of the basket just in case. Alright, I'll start from over here.
Hey, what are you doing? Just standing there. Help them too, will you?
Yes, Shifu. Huh? Nothing. How about over there? This side's clean. Not even a speck of dirt. But I'm right about this. I know I am. I need to think about the sound it made when it hit. It sounded something harder than the wicker part of it, like metal, in fact. Yeah, I see it. Bang. A hole with a bullet stuck in it. There's a bullet hole in the bottom of the basket. I'd call that pretty conclusive proof. Yeah. That means a... Well, Mr. Saint, how do you explain not just the sound of the tape, but the accompanying bullet hole?
You see everything, don't you? It's pretty impressive, I have to admit. I doubt there's anything I could hide from you in it if you really wanted to find it. Just shut up and confess, will you? All right. No need to get cranky. Just shut up and confess, will you? I'll admit I flew the balloon up to the roof, but when I arrived, Judge Gaval and the president were already there. That came as a surprise, I have to say. Only the president noticed me. He made the good judge leave right away.
How do you know? I guess he probably would have known it was. How do you know it was Simeon? I mean, he probably knew, he knew Simeon was involved with the circus, and then, but taking a wild shot at a circus balloon?
He made the good judge leave right away.
And they cover their bases on why nobody noticed the fucking balloon. God damn.
Then he pointed his gun at me and fired.
But why was he trying to shoot down the balloon?
Oh, that's simple enough. When I arrived, he was just about to murder your friend the judge here.
Me?
Yeah, you. You told him about Sean. What did you think would happen?
That is very true. And again, murders are happening, but I don't think they're necessarily his fault.
Why do you think he met with you in the first place? He thought you were going to expose him as an imposter.
Because she knew the truth about Sean's parentage. He was afraid.
Ha! Afraid? Yeah, you could say that. The man was a total coward. His hands were shaking so much when he tried to get rid of me, he couldn't even shoot straight. So you see, I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was an innocent bystander.
I kind of agree. There's more to this, but I kind of agree. What really happened 2 nights ago. And kind of fucking real. He kind of saved Gavel's life, if you think about it.
We're gonna press him anyway. I admit I flew the balloon to the roof.
Around what time would that have been?
Just after 11, I think. That's when you and your pal went up to the roof, right, Your Honor?
Yes, it was. No contradictions there, but the fact that we've confirmed the time is important nonetheless.
And because I arrived when I did, Judge Gaval and the president were already there. That came as a surprise, I have to say.
So you didn't expect to find the 2 of them there?
Of course not! Why would I? But it's lucky I got there when I did. You all know what would have happened if I'd been any later. I was just about to try and kill you, Gavel. He really didn't suspect a thing.
I'm afraid I did not. I had no idea. One thing, something fell down. Sorry about that. We're back.
I'm afraid I did not. But maybe you shouldn't have lied to him about the kid. Did you even think of that?
That's... was merely trying to... She was trying to be kind.
What kind of mother are you? You're lucky he didn't kill you and then go after the boy!
Objection!
I'm your opponent here, not Judge Gavel. Now, leave her alone and tell us what we need to know. Don't worry, Your Honor. I'll take it from here. I'm in your debt, Mr. Azrren. As is Sean, I trust that you will look after us both. And I pray that the Goddess of Justice will watch over us all.
Your precious goddess didn't even warn you there was a balloon right behind you! Only the president noticed me and he made the good judge leave.
He made her leave, but why? Wasn't he planning to kill her?
Sure, but I bet he didn't want to do it in front of witnesses. Murderers don't tend to like that. She still didn't know he was wasn't the real president, right? The secret was safe for the time being. And now that he knew about Sean, he could kill both of them whenever he wanted. You two got lucky when he died, huh? Why the frowns? I'd be smiling from ear to ear if I were you.
I don't think anyone will be smiling until this matter has been cleared up once and for all. So please continue if you would.
Your wish is my command. Where were we? Oh yeah, that coward of a fake president. I guess a witness suddenly appearing in the sky must have shaken him up pretty badly and he panicked. Then he pointed his gun at me and fired.
Hold it!
You're lucky that the bullet only struck the bottom of the basket.
Yeah? I tried to get out of there the second he pulled out that gun. Couldn't have my balloon going pop. But it was a close run thing.
So you left right then and there?
Of course I did. He was shooting at me. Are you saying there's a problem with that?
There is a problem. In the end, you managed to leave Kay there up on that rooftop. Which means you didn't actually leave the vicinity, did you?
Oh yeah. Guess I forgot to tell you the next part. After he shot at me, he escaped through the hatch to the 51st floor. I hung out around a little longer to make sure the coast was clear. Then I landed on the roof.
Would you mind appending that statement to your testimony?
Makes no difference to me. After he shot, he escaped through the hatch.
That hatch that leads to the storeroom where the items from the underground auction were being kept. The auction? My memories are still a bit fuzzy, but the auction was 2 days ago, huh? Indeed, the auction was being held on the 50th floor that day. Oh, and a bunch of people were going in and out of the storeroom while it was happening, right? Huh. They were, which means that if the president really did escape that way, as Mr. Saint says, somebody must have seen him. There's no way he could have passed through there unnoticed. The problem is the time at which each event occurred. But should the times line up, I can think of a certain piece of evidence that could prove helpful to our case. So his story is that he just happened to witness the events on the roof from the balloon. Simeon hadn't come along when he did, and Judge Gavel might have been in serious trouble. So he's basically your savior, right? I don't think it's quite that simple. After all, he was there to commit a crime, too. But in order to expose that crime, we'll need to go over the testimony in detail. There must be a hole in it somewhere. A hole, you say, huh? I think Miss Hart's testimony here? I'm gonna say it because I'm probably gonna get this wrong.
You can't prove I did anything.
Present. I think Miss Hart's testimony? But didn't see the president pass through. There it is. No president. I mean, she didn't see anything. She just heard things, but we'll run with it. Oh, you're lying to us again.
I am.
The president took the balloon. The president never entered the storeroom the night before the last. Miss Hart testified to that fact.
What? And you believe the word of a 2-bit hack over mine?
You're both the same to me.
I beg your gosh darn pardon. Say that about the chief again, I dare you. I'll wipe that smile right off your stupid clown face. So, we know Hart was camped out on the 51st floor with that entire evening. But if our fake president didn't escape through there, then how the heck did he get off the roof?
An excellent question, and one that I hope to provide the answer to next. We know that he didn't leave via the elevator, so neither that nor the hatch are possibilities, which leaves only one possible way of escaping that rooftop. How did the president leave if it wasn't via the elevator or the hatch?
Take that!
A lion hot air balloon. He flew.
He
Flew? Yes, in Mr. Saint's balloon.
Objection!
Objection. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Quit fooling around, will you? Why in the world would I give that guy a lift in my balloon?
Objection!
There was a security camera on the elevator, and Miss Hart was on the 51st floor the whole time. There's no other way he could have left that rooftop.
Objection!
Yeah.
He could have actually fallen, huh? He got crushed to death, not
You know what this...
he got crushed to death, not what's it called? He didn't fall to his death.
You know what the circus is all about? Making the artists think you're in danger. Giving them a thrill. But in times this... It's time to bring this act to an end. I'm not in danger here even if you think I am.
He's the real murderer of the fake president. What do you mean?
Watch and learn. Miss Hart, can I ask you something? You were keeping guard on the 51st floor the whole time, right? Never even blinking for a moment. You bet your big toe I was. I done said as much as my testimony.
Objection!
Huh. So the noise. Sound of Miles' faithful assistant falling through the hatch. That didn't scare you so badly that you fainted. So, maybe I ought to have mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few winks after that. Well, passed out. Unconscious, you might say.
What?
What happened?
That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kay crash landing onto the storeroom floor.
What? Well, so what if I did? And a girl in a world don't get caught a little unaware sometimes. Sorry, Miles, but that's what you get for putting your faith in these people.
Objection!
Time frame. It doesn't matter. Kay can't have fallen down the hatch until after the president left the roof.
Objection!
Are you sure about that? Allow me to offer a little counter theory. The coward fake president fired his gun at me. Then he hid in the shadows until after your friend fell down that hatch.
What? So what if he did? What would that mean?
Objection!
It's a possibility.
Come now. Surely even you can see what I'm insinuating here. It's elementary. If the president hid
Until... that was the wrong quotation mark, but... if the president hid until after Miss Hart fainted.
he could have passed right through the 51st floor undetected. No. And there we have it. Your little theory about the secret storeroom falls apart. No.
Do you have to do that to me in my own voice?
That's right. Oh, and another thing. I might have let Sean's identity slip to our pal the president while he was hiding in the shadows. That's why he went to the set to try and murder him the next day. Only to wind up being killed himself. That's right. It was Sean who murdered the body double.
What possible reason could the boy have for doing so?
Objection!
Oh, a pretty good one. He already knew he was the president's son.
And how did he discover that exactly?
Because I told him in one of my trademark letters. What? He's lying. Oh, you bet I am! Huh? Or am I? Maybe I did tell him and maybe I didn't. Oh, well, Shawnee boy, what is it? It was my fault. The Taurosaurus head fell off that roof. I admitted that much already. But I didn't find out about my dad until today, I swear. Huh? Well, well, well. I knew about the falling head thanks to the bug. But who knew it was you who made it fall? And the president died from being crushed, was it? All right. Oh, well, that's confirmed, at least. You were the murderer. Congrats on getting your revenge. That ties everything up pretty neatly, wouldn't you say? Although I guess you'd say there's something more like... And so the pieces fall into place at last. Well, counter my unassailed logic if you can. It's hard to tell when he switches to Edgeworth voice, okay? My bad. You know my MO by now, right? I'm a hands-off kind of guy. I just like to pull a few strings here and there. That was the case with Bronco and Chairman Winter. So what makes you think I'd let that fake president set foot on my balloon? Besides, I thought he was crushed to death by the model monster head. You think? No. It does. It's the right color. It could be the right color, but I don't know. Is it gonna be that yellowish fleck? The yellowish flecks, though? Flecks of paint or whatever. Besides, I thought he was crushed to death by the model monster. And who said old Taurosaurus is not gonna fallen, huh? It all makes perfect sense. That's how our imposter wound up dead? No doubt about it. And what was the motive behind the murder? The little truth I shared, just like I said. Get it? The truth. That thing you're so fond of. That's what caused the murder here, not me. No. That's not possible. Well, is there a detective in the house? Somebody arrest that boy. Can't help noticing nobody rushing to slap the handcuffs. What's the matter? Curse you. Just as I thought. Admit it, you're all the same. You winner, that idiot phony president. You want the real crooked to go free so you can railroad me into a jail cell, don't you? That's the justice you all claim to love so much. You only love it when you can twist it to suit your needs. That's not true.
Objection.
Ha! Well, if you're going to make the move, guess I'll have to step outside and speak to an officer myself. Once I tell them the kids here's a murder, maybe then they'll finally do something.
Objection.
We're not done with your testimony yet, Mr. Saint.
Oh, I'm waiting. How did I know you'd make some excuse for stalling even longer? But you still don't have any proof, do you? Or any chance of winning this? Tell me I'm wrong. And yet you still want to prolong the agony. Well, as long as you know what you're doing.
He's not holding back.
What, did you forget that little Shawnee's life is on the line too?
Ooh. Hey, Miles Arena. Take a deep breath for me, would you? Oh, why would I do that, Fender? Because it's times like these you need to kick back, take stock, and be grateful for what you have. The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles, remember? The way in which the president made his escape is what you and Laughing Boy can't agree on. So how about this for a little thought experiment? What if it's not about whether the big guy in the purple jacket got on that balloon or not, but rather, under what conditions would Simeon have been cool with letting him get on board. A turnabout in thinking. Hey! They did the thing. Forgive the interruption. Just my 2 cents worth. Or, well, your old man's, I guess I should say. Maybe Gregory's technique can still prove useful in this crazy modern era. He is right. Under what circumstances could the body double have been allowed on that balloon? He was a physically imposing man, and what's more, he was carrying a gun. Could he have been drugged? No. There were no traces of sedative found during his autopsy. Something could have happened to our Red Raincoat man, though. In which case, surely not. Are you about ready to continue, Miles? And don't forget, this is what we're playing for. I'll take off half your life. This is going to be tricky, but I have to tear his testimony down one statement at a time. He got knocked unconscious, too. We will save, though. One last confrontation. You know my MO by now, right? The strings in question being those of Sean and the President's body double in this case. You seem pretty confident of your ability in that particular arena. Is that so weird? I'm an animal tamer, remember? And what's the wildest animal of them all? That's right, humans. Didn't take much to get those two dancing to my tune. A little truth here, a little hint of revenge there. Somebody ought to thank me. I did this world a favor. Mr. Edgeworth, he's scaring me. Oh, don't let him get under your skin, Kay. We have to stay strong. This man sowed the seeds of another's revenge in order to achieve his own. It's our duty to stop him, and we will succeed in that duty. Oh, why did people do bad things, huh? They don't realize it'll just come back to bite them in the end. That was the case with Chairman Winner. About Phoebe Ligard, huh? And so, you insist that you had no direct involvement in any of what occurred. Oh, what can I say? I don't like to get my hands dirty. Sure do love to watch the action unfold, though. All those idiots, desperately trying to kill one another, and they don't even know I lit the fuse. I love it! Ha, you haven't changed. All you did 12 years ago was watch too. You're talking about the whole SS5 thing. Stop it! You poor Papa, scrambling around for answers and finding nothing. Shucks. What do they call that again? Oh yeah, rank incompetence! How dare you! Damn, Agent Lang, please. You don't know the half of it, you damn clown! Your father may not have closed out the case. Not publicly, anyway. But it was thanks to his work that we're standing here right now. Sorry to butt in, Miles. But your little pep talk isn't going to magically solve this case. Now I know you have your theories. So what makes you think I'd let that fake president set foot on my balloon? Well, it's the only way you've gone down from the roof of that building. Alright, let's game this one out, shall we? Suppose I took him down to the ground like you said. What's wrong with doing that? So you admit it. You did take him to the ground. Take him on your balloon.
Objection.
You're really obsessing over this one little detail. This isn't like you, Miles. And how do you think it went down? You held me at gunpoint and said, "Show me the city at night." That's ridiculous, and you know it. Or did you really fail to think this through? You said yourself you gave him Sean's identity.
Surely that was enough to win him over.
Objection.
Win him over. The man who shot me. No, no, no. Then,
He must have put him to sleep and carried him away like you did with me.
Objection.
very well. Let us suppose that to be true for a second. Did the autopsy show the presence of sedatives?
It's no good. He's just not giving us an opening.
Anyway, never mind all that. There are ways more interesting things I'd rather talk about. Besides, I thought he was crushed to death by the model monster.
Actually, I have some doubts about that. I mean, if the president really was killed by the Taurosaurus head...
Objection.
Don't tell me you're throwing your own pet theory in the trash, Mr. Genius Prosecutor. Aren't you the one who went to all that trouble to prove the man's squished by head theory hypothesis was true?
Objection.
That may have been my theory at one point. But that was when we thought the head was the only thing that could have crushed him.
Objection.
Why the past tense? That's still the theory, no? It's not like you have anything else right now. The president's body double is crushed under the falling Taurosaurus head. Fact.
No, there must be something. Some other piece of evidence that could link this man to the president's death by crushing.
Don't you think it's time you gave up, Miles? I don't like watching you struggle like this. We all know who did it. The model head was practically screaming his name.
Ah,
And who said old Taurosaurus is not gonna fall in,
Hold it.
sure, Sean was the one who caused the head to fall, that much we know. He even admitted it himself.
Fantastic! So we're all in agreement? Well done, everyone. Case closed. Sean Fenn killed the fake president. And that's that. Somebody get those cops in here.
Objection.
No, not yet. Not so fast. This case is far from closed.
Still scrambling, huh? Well, alright, then enlighten us. And be quick about it. If you can't, I want to see the kid in handcuffs. Or are you only a stickler about the law when things are going your way? Mr. Edgeworth, what do we do? What do we do?
Think, Miles, think. If Mr. Saint killed the president's body double, it would have had to happen while the two of them were together on the roof. Ah. Mr. Saint killed the president's body double. It would have had to happen when they were two of them were together on the roof. Kill them on the roof. So what would have so what would he have had it to hand? That's the answer. That will tell us how he was killed. Ah, he's not gonna make this easy, huh? Is he? We need to think about how the president died. It was a very particular cause, to say the least. If we assume he was crushed by the Taurosaurus head, then the whole thing becomes Sean's fault, right? But how does Bob? Well, but how did that wasn't the president that wasn't what the president was crushed by? Is there something else I could have exerted a similar kind of force? There is, but I thought about what about it's this line right here. What about the president appearing in the picture of the recording? That's my next line of questioning. But it is the balloon here.
Objection.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. No. Sean didn't kill the president. The president was crushed by a monster.
What? Did you really just say that? You? Oh, I get it. He's the kid who can communicate with a giant beast, right? Did he use his special powers?
The only person in communing with monsters was you.
Sorry, but you must have me mixed up with someone else. And no monster pals here, I'm afraid.
Objection.
Oh, why the false modesty? You're very close with at least one such creature. In fact, you can make this particular monster do exactly as you command. It was you who killed the president, Mr. Saint, and I can prove it.
What? You're talking about the lie balloon?
Yes, a quick, quivering mockery of a monster filled with the hot air. But a monster nonetheless. Not entirely unlike Mr. Saint himself.
Sorry, you lost me. What are you trying to say exactly?
Objection!
You seemed very keen to stick to your story about having manipulated Sean and the president. But no matter how true you may have wanted it to be, that was nothing more than a desperate lie. Even the most skilled animal tamer can't make the dead do his bidding. And the president was dead long before he left that roof. Huh. Having been killed by your balloon.
Ooh. Oh, I get it. That thing may look lighter than air, but it weighs a few hundred pounds, right?
And the president attacked you from the roof. You had to think quickly in order to protect yourself. The method you chose, landing the balloon right on top of him. You didn't need to let him ride on that balloon, and he didn't need to coerce you into taking action, and to taking him, because what you took away was his dead body.
Objection!
Wait a minute now, Miles. If what you're saying is true, the president would have been killed 2 nights ago. Which would mean the time of death recorded in the autopsy was wrong. You bastard. It would. Oh, wow, you're really losing your touch. Look again, it's written right there.
Time of death, April 5th at approximately 11 p.m. Clear as day. Yeah.
April 5th? That was yesterday, which means...
Exactly. It means he died when the Taurosaurus head fell off that roof. All right, Sean, it's time to be honest with us. You know it's the right thing to do. You killed your daddy, didn't you?
You hated it, didn't you? We get it, who wouldn't? He just left you. What kind of father would do that? No, that's not what happened. I already told you. I didn't know who he was up until today.
Oh, but you did know because I told you.
My theory really have been so wide of the mark.
I want to thank you once again, Miles. You handed Winter and the guard until the crimes were finally exposed. And by ruining them both, you helped me get my revenge. Gotta love those powers of deduction.
If the time of death matched up, everything else would fit. So, could he possibly have cheated the time of death somehow? He did have a falsified report. Who gave me the report? The line lily poly. It's probably the line lily poly, huh? Who could have who gave me the autopsy report though, I guess. I don't remember.
Oh, and what was the other guy's name again? Carmelo Gusto. You even wrote him down for me. That was some great work you did.
Of course, Gusto, the IS-7 incident. He killed Frost and froze his body in order to conceal it. Mr. Gusto needed to freeze Mr. Frost's body in order to obscure the time of death. Freeze? If they determined the murder occurred during afternoon tea, he would have been an obvious suspect. Bingo!
I I only wish I could have been there to see his downfall, too! How can you say that? He was your father. Huh? It's so scary. Miss Lagarde just kept asking and asking about what happened that day. Where are you, Dad? When are you coming to get me? Please, I need you to come take me away. Is it because I broke my promise? Because I didn't show up in time to help you taste your work? He was no father. He left me all on his own. What kind of person would do that? Honestly, not entirely wrong. We may have shared the same blood, but that's it. Father, what a joke.
Objection!
I don't disagree. You may not want to hear this, Mr. Saint, but you share more than blood. Hate him all you like, but you're more like your father than you know. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Fate can be strange sometimes, but this was no coincidence. You and your father were the same, even in the methods you chose. You deliberately threw off the time of death, just as he did. Warehouse. There it is. I was like, I can remember where refrigeration came into play. It'd be right there. That's right, sir. We had to rescue him from a warehouse refrigeration unit down by the harbor. A refrigeration unit in a depot? Threw off the time of death, huh? And how did I do that exactly? By hiding the president's body in a very specific place. Is that how that actually works IRL? I don't know, but maybe. Get the body right here. Sunshine Depot. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. You needed to keep the body cool somehow. And you also needed somewhere to keep Sean. Huh? Who knew that the two were connected? You're talking about the kidnapping again. Why are you bringing that up now? Because, much as you may wish we had forgotten, we know that you kept Sean in a refrigeration unit. The same refrigeration unit in which you kept the president's body. You know, I didn't really question it last time because it was like cold enough to keep like ice sculptures intact, right? But freezing a body would be a lot harder to do than just a refrigeration unit, right? Surely. But sure, we'll go with it. Just as your father froze the body he was trying to conceal 18 years ago. What? You're saying I'm the same as him? The same as the animal who abandoned me? A sad irony, but an undeniable truth nonetheless.
Objection!
Shut up. I'm nothing like him. I could never be like him. He's nothing to do with me, and we're nothing alike.
Objection!
Whoa, sorry, kiddo. But I think it's pretty clear you and old Gusto had more than a little in common. You even told us you didn't like sweet stuff way back when we first met, right? Alright, Fender, don't have to bring up foreshadowing I've missed, okay? Come on! If that's not a product of your daddy issues, I don't know what is. Don't have to tell me foreshadowing I missed, you god damn it. You don't understand. You may have tried to disown your father, but he lives on in everything you do. You think the same way. Oh, watch out. And you're every bit as prepared as he was to sacrifice others in order to protect yourself. Your crimes were even exposed in the same manner. You couldn't be more similar. Or should I say, I don't know anything about a refrigeration unit and the kidnapping, nothing to do with me.
Objection!
Nonsense, you did it so you could blackmail Judge Gavel. We know for a fact you were involved.
Objection!
You're a real danger to be around, you know that, Miles? Oh, what aren't you going to accuse me of? But it changes nothing. You still don't know any proof of indictment, of incitement, of kidnapping, of anything. Oh, wait. Or are you planning on maybe fabricating some? Taking a leaf out of Old Man Winter playbook? Never. I would never do that. I can't let myself rise to the provocation. What was the line? No matter what happens, we must find the truth. Something like that. Thank you. This is a dangerous line of thinking. Ha! But only when the truth suits you, huh? That's how the laws keep people down, isn't it? And why? I had to get my revenge myself. I got away with it. I got away with it all. The God winner, and now you. None of you can touch me. This is bad, Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't there anything we can do? Everything points to this man being our culprit, but we need evidence. Just one piece. Alright, it's been fun. But it's time we brought this little show to an end, don't you think? Stick around for the main event, though, won't you? I'll even let you in for free if you'll finally admit defeat! Shelly? The D killer at your service. Is it a red raincoat? Who was that? Ah! My boy! Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. It's always Gumshoe. It's every time, bro. Every time he says every time. Oh, man. Gummy, where have you been? I forgot. I've been doing my job, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. He sent him to do something. And, Detective Gumshoe, do you have anything to report? I had them look into a few things real quick, sir, about the refrigeration unit where the kid was kept. It was registered to, a very big circus, just like you said, sir. And there it is, just in the nick of time. Hell yeah, that's Gumshoe for you. Excellent work, Detective. Well, Mr. Saint. Must be some kind of mistake. Why would a circus need a refrigeration unit? A valid question, I suppose. But we're no experts on the circus trade. And perhaps we could ask your department manager for her thoughts on the matter. Well, Miss Berry. We do hire a unit to store all the food for animals, but I don't know where it is. I leave all that to Simeon. He's so good at that kind of thing. You fool! Simeon, you're scaring me. Such a shame, but rushing to find a solution after the fact so often leads to mistakes. You knew that if the body was found in the unit, the suspicion would fall on you. So you panicked and moved it to the grounds of the big building instead. But you weren't counting on Sean being found in the unit when you kidnapped him. If only you'd known. You were up against the great thief and an even greater detective. Ah, hell yeah! A great thief and an even greater detective? Is everything all right? You look a little pale. Yeah! Don't think you've won just yet, Miles. You're missing proof for the most important part of your little theory. I am. Perhaps you could enlighten us. You don't have any evidence that I crushed the presidential faker with a balloon. And I know you don't because there isn't any. I'm afraid there is. What? If Mr. Saint murdered the victim as we think he did, there should be traces of your misdeed on this piece of evidence.
I think it's the lion lilies. Evidence of a balloon, though? Anything? Nothing looks oddly out of place. I say that's part of the flower. I don't think it's directly this, but it's like the remains of the lion lilies, right? On the smashed. Should be traces of your misdeed. There should be traces of your misdeed on this piece of evidence. Traces of your misdeed. Traces of your misdeed. It might be the lion lilies, but I don't see any. You know what? Maybe it's that's the bullet. I would say, I think it's the balloon, right? And now, so the balloon basket should turn up the evidence we need. Thank you.
The balloon again! You already have your bullet hole. What else do you expect to find?
We, expect to find plenty, actually. Isn't that right, Miss Redworth? If there's truth to be found, then he'll find it. He's a hero of justice. He sure is. We'll find something for sure. Mr. Redworth has gone out of way tighter spots than this one. What they said. We believe in you, Miles Arena. And so does your pop. He's looking down on you right now. I know he is. Aww. 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 Just stay calm and see this through to the end, Miles Edgeworth. A perfect victory is only moments away. The president's body double was killed by the balloon. Traces of a certain substance will prove that. And you, Simeon Saint, will pay for your crimes at last.
I'm looking forward to this. Time to wrap up the mysteries of the past and present once and for all.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, deal the final blow to this unforgivably wicked man. This last piece of evidence will prove your guilt beyond a doubt. I'm pretty certain it's the lion lilies. What should we expect to find on the balloon if it was used to crush the president? Lion lily.
Take that!
Got it in one! When Sean found the president's body, he also found a bouquet of lion lilies.
Lion lilies? Symbol of the connection between parent and child. A popular flower back in Gen 5. That's your proof. A bunch of flowers that will be rotted at the dump by now. A bunch of flowers that Sean threw away. So much for your beautiful symbol of parental connection.
That's got nothing to do with any of this. Ignore him, Sean. You threw those flowers away. That much is true. But the bond they represented remains as strong as it ever was. The president held on to them until the last, an act which provided us with our final piece of evidence.
What? What are you talking about?
The flowers Sean disposed of had been squashed flat. They must have been crushed by the balloon. If we examine the basket for traces of lion lily pollen, what do you think we might find?
No, you don't need to do that. You looked over the basket just now. Anyway, if there was pollen stuck to it, you would have seen it. Those flowers are bright yellow.
Objection!
Not all evidence is visible to the naked eye, Mr. Saints.
Huh?
Emma? Hey, Emma! Yeah. I'd like to call on your scientific skills once again, if you don't mind. Leave it to me. All right, let's take a look at the balloon basket, shall we? I've got something. Bright yellow pollen, just like you said. If it's from the same flowers, it shouldn't take more than another quick test to prove it.
What?
And there you have it. You murdered the president, and this murder you carried out yourself.
No, how could no!
You crushed the president with that balloon. Then you loaded his body into the basket and took him to the refrigeration unit.
But why? Why go to the trouble of removing the body?
Because he knew another incident was scheduled to occur that same evening. Oh, Rosie Ringer's murder. Exactly. If he had left the body there, it would have interfered with his other plans.
Oh, I get it. And he couldn't leave the body in the refrigeration unit for too long either, right?
Indeed not. So, while returning to the big building to drop the body off again the following night, he must have observed the fire Sean caused, and the Taurosaurus had fallen as a result. That's what gave you the idea, wasn't it? To frame Sean for the murder.
Ah!
You made it seem as if the falling head was what killed him so that my son would take the blame.
Despicable coward.
Hey. In order to achieve your aim, you lowered the president's body from the balloon to the lot below. And while he was dangling from the rope you used. Ah, the rope. He was caught on Sean's rehearsal tape.
No, how did you see through it all? How?
You manipulated people, and you manipulated this case, just as you manipulate animals on the stage. You thought you were all powerful, but your reign is at an end. The animals look like they're mad with you, Simeon. Even Money and Isaiah. Damn, how you even pissing off Money and Isaiah, bro? They thought you were their friend, but you're not. They're sad and mad all at the same time.
Stop it! Stop looking at me like that!
Oh. Perhaps they will when you finally stop clatting around. Really? Alright. I guess he has to get a pun in there sometimes, huh? You're not cut out for comedy. Your tale is destined to end with the whimper.
I don't... Get away from me. Get away from me. Leave me alone.
Dad, where are you?
I'm so scared. I don't know what you're talking about. I've done nothing wrong, nothing. I'm not the bad one, they are. Why, Bronco? Why do you stop me from going to see my dad? If only none of them did what they did, I wouldn't have had to. I couldn't trust the police. I couldn't trust anyone. I was all alone, with no one to help. But that man, he helped me. Canis was the only one who ever helped me. So what if I used people I had to? Is that wrong? No, leave me alone! Leave me alone! That hurts! Damn, he's getting full comboed. That's fair. Full combo. See, I've been making that assumption. I was like, I can finish this in, like, before I had to go to raid for Final Fantasy. But nope, I was always wrong. So I was like, that's why I waited to, that's why I didn't go Friday, because I had to do stuff on Friday. And I was like, this is going to take a while, and I'm going to need to finish it on Monday. It seems the game is up at last. At least it wasn't as bad as what, there's Shelly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. The cases they in the first game, what's it called? They really extended the like you thought that you're at the mastermind, and then they threw you one extra for the end of it.
for like no reason, but it was alright. D Killer. Mr. Edgeworth, may I be the first to congratulate you. You have unmasked the person behind this entire sorry affair. And now I am free to... No. Guns are so clumsy, don't you find? We don't have a gun. Can I get history, please? Please. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, well, it's a good epilogue / addendum, for sure. I fully agree. I mean, I don't know yet if it leads into Apollo Justice, but... what's it called? It'll be seeing which characters are returning or whatnot. Yeah. So it is a little different. I haven't played Apollo Justice yet, but I'll get there. Please, no one. Not only are you carrying one, you were just about to draw it. Damn. We were about to get fucking... What was her name? Callisto? Pull the gun out last second. You must have stolen it from the president. Ooh, after murdering him. This gentleman betrayed a bond of trust. He knew the so-called president was an imposter, and yet he employed me to kill him nonetheless. Yeah. Okay. That's both good and bad. I mean, it is kind of hard having... I mean, I don't think these games were very accessible, right? Until, like, I mean, I guess 10 years ago at this point, but... When they remade the trilogy, but... So it's both good and bad that it's self-contained. And now we have D-Killer making his betrayal come to a fitting end. There is nothing more dangerous for an assassin than to be lied to about the nature of one's target. If one does not know what cards one's opponent is holding, one can be very unpleasantly surprised. But that was not your true crime. No. Thinking you could deceive me, manipulate me. That is a crime for which you are about to pay. No! Oh, no. That was Edgeworth. Aw, damn. You. That's actually kind of an insane scene. Huh. Assassins have some weight in these games, huh? Shit. Fucking hell. Candace saving him too. It's been a while, D-Killer. Step aside, Canis. That man is my target. I would politely ask that you call off this particular job. He'll pay for his crimes, but in prison, not at the end of your blade. Him speaking of pay for your crimes in prison is not really equivalent, but we'll go with it. This is a sick-ass scene, though. I do agree. And if I refuse, let us just say that I might not take the loss of one life. Not take the loss of the one life that I ever saved too well. Ah, you save a life. Bodhidharma Canis, the blind butcher himself. Preposterous, I know. I liked how, Simeon laughed like Canis a lot. Canis is a great character. But yes, I, who have taken so many lives, once chose to preserve one, that of an innocent young pup. And he, in his turn, saved mine.
Something of a bond formed between us. Laugh all you like. I know I would. But I would respectfully request that you spare him. As one professional to another, I ask that you let this particular target live. He's gonna do it, isn't he? Very well. The boy must mean a lot to you. An assassin's coat of honor, huh? Thank you. I am in your debt. See, I would be... That would come up later, maybe. If they ever make another game with these characters. You need not thank me. I simply see little point in the two of us killing one another. And now then, I bid you all good day. No, get back here! Chasing after him? You have my thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. This young pup needed to be shown the error of his ways. And you have done just that. Huh. Alright, I suppose we'd better be getting back. Our ironclad enclosure awaits. Doesn't it, Helmut? Yes, it does. Aww. Oh, hello. You killed my dad, didn't you, old man? I will not lie. I did. My victims deserve to be remembered at the very least. I wonder what direction this is gonna go. But I sense great hatred from you, horned pup. In that case... What's he gonna do? Sean, no! You must not falter, little one. Here, you may use my knife. Take it, and cut my throat. One sure slice is all it takes. Damn. I don't think he's gonna do it, but that would be an insane character twist. I was growing rather tired of carving my little statues anyway. I want revenge. I want it so badly. Sean, don't do it! Please, Sean, I beg of you. At least, I did until just now. I would have done anything to make you pay, no matter how long it took. Oh, but you should make those who have wronged you pay. I'll make you feel good. So good, trust me. All the pain, all the suffering, it all goes away. It drowns it all out, numbs it. Maybe it does. In listening to you, I thought maybe that's what I wanted. Sean. But it's not just about me. Say I get my revenge. The cycle of event. How does that help anyone else? If I become a murderer, my mom suffers 10 times. More than I ever would. And so would all the people I work with. They're counting on me, and they worry about me. Thoughtful words indeed, little one. Yeah? Well, I get it now. I won't ever forgive you. But I shouldn't be the one who gets to punish you. That's what these guys are for. My mom, the prosecutor, people like that. Sean. Wow, you may be young, Sean, but you're way wiser than I'll ever be. You could at least consider trying to better yourself, Kay. That's not a character for Kay. Very well. Then I suppose we'll be on our way. With me, young pup. On our way? To where? Where else? To the prison. Our home. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit of a comfy place for him, huh? Our home. Yeah. And with that, the case came to an end.
The case that I mean, it's not like we could have just murdered him, right? So it's like he didn't need to go to prison, but Canis' prison? A case that had dragged so many people into its orbit. But as for me, fuck. There was one last thing I had to do. They are kind of leaning into the defense attorney thing. I hope he stays a prosecutor. I'm gonna be committed to it. I think Edgeworth is the kind of character that would be committed to it too. So I don't think he's gonna switch sides. But we'll find out, huh? Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me save real quick. I don't know. It could go either way. I'm hoping. Oh, grand finale. What's the big idea, big guy? Want to tell us what you're doing here? Mr. Edgeworth, your request has been processed and approved. Huh? You're what now? I have asked for... Yup. I called it. Let's go! It's... As much as a great defense attorney Edgeworth would be, he's the other side of the coin to the defense attorneys. He's the prosecutor, and his character is strong-willed enough for it to be that he remains it. I have asked for my prosecutor's badge to be reinstated. Your badge? What is the meaning of this? I am returning it. From this day forth, I'm a prosecutor no longer. I still can't believe you did that for me. A certain man once said that to be an attorney is to be a defense's most trusted ally. And that by believing in your client, the truth will make itself known. That man's image has been forever burned in my memory. And you can't even name drop the dude? Is it like copyrighted or something? Just that man. As strongly as the vision of my father fighting in the courtroom. Good old Gregory. But that's his and my father's path. Mine lies elsewhere. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth. My path is that of a prosecutor. It always was. Well, then I guess that's that. I'm sorry. No, I dig it. Besides, I can tell by that look in your eye that your mind's made up. It is. All right then. Looks like our work together is diddly done. That's debatable. You can always be an assistant attorney. Just don't come crying to old Eddie if you change your mind. This club's now closed to new members. Aw. I understand. Hey, Milester. Care to tell me why, at least? How come you're so dead set on popping the old prosecutor's hat back on? You once asked me something, Fender. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor, or help people as an attorney? Something tells me you've got a big decision ahead of you. One only you can answer. I've been thinking about that question ever since. About how I mean to live my life. He's gonna do the same thing, but from the prosecutor's side. Now that this case is over, I think I finally know the answer. I'm going to help people as a prosecutor. Whoa, but can't you also do that as an attorney? Look at it this way, Simeon Saint was also a victim of sorts. True, I was gonna say stuff about that after the case was wrapped up. Simeon Saint was definitely kind of a victim. A bunch of bad shit happened to him, and... I mean, the one person that saved him... wasn't a great role model, but a role model. One person that saved him cared for him, but also he never got help through all the bad shit he went through. He lost his only parent all those years ago, and with him, his ability to believe in a just world. And what he was fighting against was literally corruption of, like, the world. Well, not the order, you know, the prosecutors, the law, you know, so, like, him turning out a villain is entirely believable. I know how that feels. To lose somebody so important to you, to lose faith in everything. Your situation was a little different. To doubt everything and be utterly alone. To fight and fight and fight. All that I can hope to do is to get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Shouldn't it be on the other... Wait. Maybe not. But I was lucky. Somebody was kind enough to save me from myself. Yeah. Can't even show the... fine. Mr. Saint had nobody. He had no faith in the law. He felt that seeking revenge himself was the only option. It is understandable. But I doubt even you imagine that the body double would ever go so far as to co-opt our country's police. No. I sure didn't. And as long as Miss Winter was around, no evidence was ever gonna stand. He even nearly managed to ruin things this morning. The guard almost got away with it all. I want to help people like him. And how do you plan to do that? If he had been able to rely upon the law, none of this would have happened. Yeah. Chairman Winter made a mockery of justice, and in so doing drove Mr. Saint away from seeking it. Yeah, this is why I chose this thing up. The law is only as good as its practitioners. It can be a shield that keeps the people safe from harm, or a sword wielded to wound them. Just one among many of the law's great contradictions. That's gotta be some foreshadowing. You can say that again. Yep. It's what we folks in the trade like to call a legal contradiction. The law is far from perfect. But one cannot solve such contradictions in the law without engaging with it. I don't think an attorney could have saved Mr. Saint. But a prosecutor, a custodian of the law, I think perhaps they could have. I think you need both, but hey, I plan to take up my badge again and confront those contradictions at every turn. Very Miles Arena. I like it. You know, it won't be easy breezy though, right? Finding the law itself. That's lawyering on hard. I understand that, but somebody has to do it, yeah. Oh, I don't doubt that. And if it has to be anybody, it should be you. Oh, laws are like people, I guess. They both gotta grow and change. Adapt or perish, am I right? You're going to smash this, I just know it. After all, you're Gregory's boy through and through. And if there's one thing that man did not know how to do, it's give up. Eyes on the prize and straight on till sunset. That was his motto. He even stands the same, right? I think. You know what? I saw that same determination on your face the second you mentioned taking up prosecuting again. You know what's really grown and changed? Hate to be a big cheeseball, but you. I only wish your dad was here to see it. He'd be proud as all get out. Aww. Fender, thank you. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if you're ready to begin, we can get the ceremony underway. Please. By the power vested in me by the yeah, Vender's a real sweetheart. It is fucking... It's emotional, man. By the power vested in me by the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, I, Verity Cavell, do hereby, in the sight of the Almighty Goddess, reinstate Miles Edgeworth as a servant of the law. Hey, we have the badge! Who wants to see it? All right. You're a prosecutor again. True. Let's do it. Do we get... I want to know his numbers. What's his numbers? Oh. Each prosecutor badge is engraved with a number on its own... of its owner. Numbers. As if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. This badge is designed and said to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict protectors of the law and executors of sentences, much like harsh winter's frost and blazing summer days. To wear it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so. You're not cool if you wear your prosecutor badge. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. All right. Best news I've heard all week, sir. Also, Gummy needs a promotion. I'm sorry. He saves the day like every case, and man is working for pennies. Most underpaid person in the world. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, I got a scoop. Your pops is gonna want to know that his kid just signed up for the opposition a second time. Thank you again, Fender, for everything. Oh, don't thank me yet. Next time you see me, could be across a courtroom. And this face is a whole lot less roguishly charming when it's not on your side of the aisle. Oh, I would relish the opportunity to face an attorney trained by my father. I hope that day comes very soon. Aw, that was sweet. Alrighty, Fender out. Welcome back into the fold, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Hey. Thank you, Judge Gavelle. Heyo, you're more than I can say. Yeah, Gavelle was a very, very good character. She, I was kind of leaning to her being more, like, completely strict on the law. Like, she was kind of touting at the beginning. I thought she'd be like an Edgeworth situation where she would kind of see the light. Or, well, quote, see the light, you know? And become a good side person. Because she's very thoughtful. And she's very good at her job. Especially for taking care of Eustace. You do. You strove to right the wrongs of the committee from the inside. Her having doing this, that was, like, actually wild. Now that must have been a lonely battle indeed. Not at all. I was never truly alone. That's right. You had the Goddess of Justice on your side. Thank you for teaching me that it's possible to fight in such a way. The contradictions within the committee are like those within the legal system itself. If we weren't able to overcome them, the real truth will forever evade us. I have you to thank for teaching me that, and for setting me up. I was about to say that. It's kind of actually, her actions is what made Edgeworth commit to being a prosecutor, huh? I hereby swear to confront the contradictions that afflict the law and to overcome them. I thank you for your commitment to that cause, as does the Almighty Goddess. I truly believe that such efforts are necessary in order for the law to grow and improve. I will look forward to seeing you in the courtroom again. As will I. You did not see the best of me when I oversaw a trial. The next time will be different. I will show you what it means to serve justice with true impartiality. Oh, Judge Gavelle, I don't mean to call your motivation into question. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? But to my mind, the ideal judge is not wholly impartial. The ideal judge is human. Even in the courtroom, they laugh, they cry, they rage, they smile. And then, when all is said and done, they pass down a judgment based on that very humanity. Damn. That's a good... That's something to think about, huh? I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but perfection isn't always the loftiest ideals, and it's certainly not the only thing to strive for. Forgive me. This is my opinion, nothing more. You're right, of course. There are other ways. I thank you for sharing your insights. Mr. Edgeworth, there is another reason I was never truly alone during my lone struggles against Chairman Winner. Someone else was with me. Someone other than the goddess. A prosecutor? Oh. Of course. Sean! This clipping gave me more courage than words can express. Simply having it near gave me hope. No matter how hard things get, no matter how formidable one's opponent. When we feel that we are not alone, we can keep going, no matter how hard the road ahead. Mistakes have been made, but we must fix them, for Sean's sake more than anyone's. Like the mistakes made in the incident in which his father died. So you see, there's something more important to me, even to me, than the words of the goddess. Though it may anger her to hear me say such things. So that was your secret weapon all along, the strength of your bond with your son. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps I should not strive for an unachievable perfection, but I must grow. There we go. As a servant of the law, and as a mother, that I believe above all else. I see. It seems that we both have plenty still to learn. Yeah. Indeed. We are neither of us perfect yet. Let us continue along our chosen paths and continue to grow as we tread them until we meet again. I will look forward to that day. May the goddess watch over you as you embark upon the next step of your journey. Ah. Goodbye. I liked her. She was such a great character. And the final two? Where's Franciscan gonna show up? I lost the title from... Oh, and in so doing, I've never seen a way forward. And I have been determined to follow the path until it finally leads me to the truth. No matter how hard it might be, no matter what obstacles might arise, woe betide anyone who stands beside my way. Forever, I'll lift up my voice. And voice. Objection! Always ends with an objection, huh? Man. So, Chief, what kind of scoop were you looking to land ourselves next, huh? Did I teach you nothing, knucklehead? We're journalists, dang it. These are our stock and trade, our bread and butter. And you don't just hand that stuff over, not even to your dang apprentice. Sorry, Chief. Guess I still got a whole bunch to learn, huh? Well, alright then. Better go track down some leads of my own. That's the spirit. You go get him, champ. Before you mosey on down the way. Mind, sharing what kind of leads their leads might have you? Huh? But, Chief, you, come on now. I'm pretty much your editor, ain't I? Can't hold out on your boss. Come on, Chief. That's cold. No leads for you, but leads for me. Those were good characters. A lot of returning too, and a new tabloid person. Ah. Shelly. Ah, he had a good part. My arm wound has yet to fully heal, even now. The bodyguard who inflicted it was a skillful practitioner. I shan't be forgetting him in a hurry. But never mind that now. Time to return to the life of a simple ice cream seller. Although I've been thinking that perhaps crepes would be more my speed. Well, no rush. I'm sure there'll be a time to ponder the matter before my next job comes in. Yeah, exactly. I like Shelly's a really, really good character. And the assassins are kind of like insane in this world. Sure, you might have knocked me on my butt, wise guy, but I ain't out for the punch yet. I'll be keeping my guard up and looking for an opening. Ain't that right, Teddy?
The second the bell rings on the next rounds, escape shenanigans will come out straight. Till then, is training, and more training. Oh, the prison. Ah! It's so funny that they brought... He saw it back. You want to know? Sure, I'm still studying every single day. Still up to my elbows in mud. But I guess it suits me better than being a newspaper salesman. I plan to make it my new career when I finally get out of here. What's that? Is my release a few years away because I helped warden the guard? Yeah. Why do you think I've always been so nice to these stupid freaking animals? I don't care about the freaking license. I just want to get out of here. Why me? Ah! Very fair. He's not going to be leaving prison anytime soon, huh? Ah, Regina! I was so shocked when I learned what Simeon had been up to this whole time. Same. I trusted him. I was his boss. Still, I can't sit around being sad forever, I guess. The show must go on. You can't let the magic department and the ventriloquy department get the better of it. Hey! Light up the stage and blow away the competition. And all those awful memories with it. Fun seeing Regina back yet again. And the unexpected mastermind being her assistant. Canis, the blind assassin. I must have gotten soft in my old age, haven't I, boy? Yes, I have. 18 years ago, I saved a life, and the troublesome child is still keeping me busy to this day. And now here we are back in a cage. Well, we'll have company soon at least, won't we, boy? Yes, our friend the pup. Things certainly won't be dull with him around. No, they won't. He does... I question. Hey! Tangaroa. What dessert shall we eat? Chocolate cake, sticky and sweet. Oh, so soft, fluffy and light. You'll be dreaming of it tonight. I'll always be waiting for you, lady. And I'll come visit you every day, just like you and Eddie did when I was there. We have so much to thank him and Mr. Edgeworth for. And most of all, the fact that I get to eat your delicious desserts again, Samson. Ah, not just you. They gave me permission to keep providing sweet treats to everyone here. I guess spending the gospel of candy making for all these years is finally paying off. That's kind of a wholesome ending for those two, actually. Damn. Oh, shit, the pass. Scone. Oh, hello, sweeties. Fancy seeing you here. I owe you a great big thank you, you know. And dear old Greggy Pegleg, too, of course. After all, it's thanks to all of you that I can eat Sammy Poodlepool's sweets again. I'm thinking of making a lovely medicine out of them. I'm gonna call it Snackers. That might... This makes your stomach so small you can only eat snacks. You can get skinny as a tent pig. And love every minute. I'm gonna make a fortune. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important to have like a little bit of a conclusion to like characters at an ending. Man, I've met so many beautiful people now and drawn so many beautiful sketches. Losing the biggest fan of my new work though. She took only one look at my sketchbook and hit me over the head with it. Bam, just like that. And then she left. Guess that one's the less beautiful person in my life now. So I've got a big decision ahead of me. Do I follow my art or follow my heart? My heart, I mean, yeah, you got that. Oh, I got that. And we know what your answer is going to be. But it'll probably end up being both. Hey, Detective Bat. I haven't done his voice in a while. Badster, the Batamator. Seriously, though. Thanks for your assist today, good buddy. Ha! You want me to talk about IS-7? I'll talk all day. Sounds like that Edgeworth kid is doing good work. Yeah, Miles Areno chose a different path from his old man in the end. A path that means we can't work together. That won't stop me from looking in on it from time to time. You've come pretty far yourself. Holy macaroni! A compliment from Big Bad Detective Bat. Am I dreaming? Well, flattery will
You everywhere, old pal. You even need a little Fender. Where's Fender's hug? Fender deserves more hugs. Looks like they'll be letting me out a little easier than I thought they would for what I did. I guess because I told them I was kind of forced to do it. I mean, he got Fifi to hug him, and a smooch from Fifi. Ain't no such thing as easy when it comes to crime, dang fool, child. Sorry, Grandma. I still feel awful about it, of course, but I'm just so glad I get to stay out here with you. That's very true. It's not right. What's that? You think you should get back to the... I guess you're right. Can't keep the dead waiting. I only wish these weren't on auto-scroll, because I read slow, and I talk over it, so, you know, but... Science saves the day again, huh? Good thing I happen to be around, right? Even if I do just have to jump right back to the plane again and go back to Europe. All this flying around is gonna get tired. So it's all part of becoming a first-class forensics investigator. Guess I'd better get going. Oh, but if you ever need me, just say the word, okay? I'll come running, you know I will. Forensic science. I love when she always has this unique mechanic to her alone, and it's great. It's usually like only once or like once a case, so it's like, but it's so fun. Francisca. The greater one's father, the greater the pressure to be great. Kinda true, but Eustace Winter, was it? He has chosen his own path now, and he be tested, just as I was. Miles Azrren chose to live as a prosecutor over how his own father lived. That, too, is a valid answer to the question we've all had to wrestle with. True, true. Francisca's a prosecutor through and through, too. But, she does side jobs, huh? Agent Lang! I love Agent Lang. My father hid a secret, or a burden, I could only have imagined. I thought only my family name. He thought of so much more. He thought of our entire nation. I meant to carry on that legacy, to fulfill his last great wish. Even if our president was an imposter, even if the real president is long dead, even if it takes all my effort and all my men's effort, Gen Fa will rise again. I can't wait for you to see it. I kind of wish he got another partner, or at least all his men were doing the finger point with him. I wanted a dual point with Lang again. I was hoping it'd be with Edgeworth, but... I gave up on the winner thing. Told everyone to stop calling me that. I love this. This sprite for Eustace is like one of the best sprites. Because I didn't win. My dad did it all for me. I'm going to start again from scratch. I won't let what he did ruin everyone. And pretty soon I'll be better than him, and better than Edgeworth. Watch out! Now, first order of business, get a new nickname. I really liked Eustace's character arc through this too. I love that he got a redemption, and how much he was so fun to play as the brat. Well, it was eventful to say the least, but we got it done. Now the movie's doing it great. I think the murder stories in the gossip magazines might have helped. Big Bad Man emerges from Big Bad, revealed true face of the monster behind the Jennifer murder plot. Huh? Wait, this is a picture you missed. Oh, what? But why? Hey, it's not so bad. After all, it'll make people come and see the movie, right? Yeah, I guess. Uh-huh. Good to see Will Powers and Penny Nichols, assistant again. I very much enjoyed the movie show. Ah, the movie went well. Okay. It's nothing. It wasn't even a big part. The boy who befriended both Taurosaurus and Gore. They don't have many bigger than that. It was a role you were born to play. You think? Well, it would be cool to be in the sequel, I guess. And I kind of like acting. Hey, can we pick up somewhere before? I wanted to get some line release for my dad. Of course. I will buy some too for Amelia. That was kind of sweet. Is that not everyone. The important characters. Prosecutor's Building, High Prosecutor's Office. April 8th. Phew. It's been a busy few days, huh, sir? It's insane. Like, both games happened within like a month, I think, which is kind of insane, but it's okay. Unbelievably so. How did so many important cases all come along at once? For the sake of the game, Edgeworth. There's never a dull moment when I'm around. I guess I'm just lucky that way. Oh wait, so all that stuff happened because of you. Surprise plot twist? No, Gummy, how could you say that? And yet, I don't think the good detective is entirely wrong. Well, kid, what now? Will you be returning to your thieving practice? Yeah, good question. What? You're not sure? How can I put this? I guess I feel like I've been trying to follow in my father's footsteps this whole time. You know? Trying to become a great thief, just like he was. The Yatagarasu, or a Yatagarasu at least. But watching how this all panned out for you, Mr. Edgeworth, it got me thinking about maybe I need to get out from under his shadow and live my own life too. Ah. Just like how you decided not to do the whole attorney thing. It's time to make our own fate. She is right. After all, nothing thrives in the shade. Is she just gonna rename herself? Is she just gonna rename herself? I'm going to be my own hero. That sounds like an admirable plan indeed. I won't be giving up the name though. Can't not be the Yatagarasu, right? Can't rephrase herself. Got it. Whatever name you pick, you'll always be K to us, K. And you'll always be a hero. Aw, thanks, Gummy. You'll always be Gummy to me, too. You bet I will. And I'll be doing my detective thing just as hard as always. Hell yeah! Even greater detective. So I'll be counting on you, sir. Yes, and I'll be counting on you, too, detective. Just as I've been counting on you these last few days. You've helped us out too many times to He's acknowledging it. You've helped us out too many times to mention. I think you... Hey! Let's go! Gumshoe! I think your next salary review may come up as a pleasant surprise. Hey! That's a screenshot. I'm sorry. Boop! Give me that. Your next salary review might come as a surprise. Huh? Huh? Wait, you mean... What's the matter? I'm saying I'll see to it that you get paid a little more, detective. You will! This is unbelievable. Not really a plot twist. It's the most deserved moment I've ever seen in the history of fucking gameplay. Because damn, has Gumshoe saved our asses more times than basically every case. This is unbelievable, sir. No way, go Gummy! It's like a dream come true. I can finally leave the instant noodle life behind. Ah, but don't think I'll be letting you rest on your laurels. Your woke work won't be getting any easier. Yeah, and you set an unprecedented, what, 10 cases in a month? You have to top that if you want to keep this pay raise, you know? I hope you understand that. Yes, sir, understood, sir. I'll give you everything I got. You wait and see. Fender and Judge Cavell set me on a new path in life. A path on which I will face down every contradiction that the law has to present. A path at whose end lies the ultimate truth. But can I really do this? I'll need to give it some serious thought. It certainly won't be easy, nonetheless. Mr. Edgeworth, there's another reason I was never... See, I thought when she said this, she was going to say him, because he never gave up, but... Someone else was with me. Someone. Who's Edgeworth someone else? K, well, Gumshoe, K, Phoenix. This clipping gave me more courage. Yep. When we feel that we are not alone, we can keep going. Huh. So that was your secret weapon all along. The strength of my bonds. Whoa, I almost forgot. Oh, what is it? I was trying to find other members for my Yatagarasu team, right? Yeah, and I thought there'd be a certain someone and an Emma. I do vaguely remember something about that. I never even found a single one. We were going to be unstoppable in our quest to steal the truth. So much for that little pipe dream. Well, it can still happen. You're kidding, right? You already have a team. A team that can solve any case in the world cares to throw at it. Aww. Damn. It's not an all-girls team, but you can't ask for better. Huh? Yeah, I guess I do. The prosecutor, the detective, and the great thief. Between the three of us, we can hunt down the truth, put it in handcuffs, and steal it once and for all. I can't help feeling a little sorry for the truth in that case. As long as the three of us stick together, we got nothing to fear, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed, nothing at all. My father followed his own path, right to the end. And now I follow a path of my own, making two. But not alone. I have some colorful companions to help me. As long as they're beside me, I won't lose my way. It's a new path, and a new me. And I'll be walking it as a prosecutor, not an attorney. My father's path and mine are different. They really want to solidify that point. But they're not as separate as they may seem. Though the routes differ, the destination is the same. Because, of course, both end at the truth. Ah. Hey! Man. That's good. Both standing proudly. The end. Damn. Ah. Man. And we're back at Edgeworth's office. Very good game. I enjoyed these. End of an era. True, true. I don't know what's in store for the next game. Very enjoyable though. I hope it goes back to more of a court case system instead of the wandering around and like these like what's it called? Fake quotation mark court cases we do. Where it was court cases, but it wasn't I believe so, yeah. I think I might go a little bit more of a variety schedule, so it would be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday I do Ace Attorney, and Tuesday, Thursday. That's what I assumed. I prefer that. It helps structure it better. Yeah. I figured because it's an offshoot side game. What's the word I'm looking for? But anyway. Yeah, a little bit. So Tuesday, Thursday will be a variety, and then spin off. That's the word. Yes. Tuesday, Thursday will be a variety, and I'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Ace Attorney. Anyways, what else was there? Also, as fun as Mind Chess was as a mechanic, Mind Chess made absolutely no sense. Like for like 9 out of 10 cases. Like even Simeon Saint said it at the end. If I just shut up and don't talk to you, this case it doesn't get solved at all. That was like every Mind Chess situation. But it's all right. And I didn't like how much of the Mind Chess was like basically conjecture is a way to put it. Where like this isn't yeah. Exactly. Instead of having proof, they gave you a moment to let's just think about this and talk jutsu our way through this, basically. But I will be back on Wednesday, it's looking like, for the start of Apollo Justice. Ooh, let's look at the gallery. Yes, exactly. That I probably missed some achievements, huh? I just got an achievement for opening the gallery or something like that. So, but that's fine. I got most of them. Get a lot of good references. Photo album. I do think, well, they did the overarching for Prosecutor, the second game, a lot better, but I think the first game had a lot of good cases too. Well, the fourth and the fifth case for sure. I like the third case for one. And then them linking everything together is really, really good though. And I never once thought of Simeon's. Well, okay, to be fair, Simeon didn't commit any of the murders, so we had no reason to be suspicious of him. But he did commit the final murder. This CG was really, really good. Hey, I want more assassins. Maybe there will be more assassins for. Ooh, shit! The gallery music kind of goes hard. Man, Eustace's story though, that was good. Oh, and where's his sprite? Do we get to see it? We do. I don't want that. Maybe. Where's he at? This one. Yeah. I'll probably continue with the Apollo Justice because okay. I'm probably doing Apollo Justice next, and then I'll move to Great Ace Attorney after that. This might be my favorite fucking sprite, though. That tearful determination, damn. Oh. But anyways, I think that'll be it for me. Have a good one. I'll be back on Wednesday with more Ace Attorney, and I'll probably work on deciding what I'm doing for my variety days. But, yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. I'm Azrren. I'll see you on Wednesday for more Ace Attorney. Peace.